This episode of WDW Today is being sponsored by MEI and Mouse Fan Travel. And if you're looking for that trip this summer to Walt Disney World and you're thinking, now is the time I need to book it. It's June already. It's time to book that trip we've been talking about for the summertime. Well, MEI and Mouse Travel can help you book that trip to Disney World for this summer or anytime, really. But give them a call right now. They got some great rates for the summer, as well as maybe you're looking ahead to perhaps Reunion, which is in December, or perhaps Foodie Fest in October. Lots of other things that are going on throughout the year. MEI and Mouse Fan Travel is your travel agency. And again, they're a fee-free agency, no cost to you. Check them out online at mousefantravel.com.
Bringing the world to your world, this is Walt Disney World Today. Here are Mike Scopa, Len Testa, Mike Newell, and your host, Matt Hochberg.
It's Wednesday, June 1st, 2011, and this is episode 884 of WDW Today. I'm Matt Hochberg of StudiosCentral.com. Joining me on today's show is Len Testa, co-author of The Unofficial Guide to Walt Disney World. And Len, I'm not sure if this is a comment on the state of Van Halen as a whole, but I happened to find a Sammy Hagar album in the Walmart bargain bin for $5 over the weekend.
That's probably $4.99. Which album was it? Do you remember? What color was it?
No, I don't remember, to tell you the truth. I just thought it was Sammy Hagar. I want to say it was Greatest Hits, but I could be wrong on that.
It should be all of them.
Yeah, all combined, like wrapped by a rubber band. Van Halen is touring Australia with David Lee Roth in September. Prelude to a world tour.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Also joining us on today's show is Mike Newell of Mouse World Radio. Welcome to the show, Mike.
You mentioned Foodie Fest coming up.
I did indeed.
I think we should start something like Hoodie Fest, where everybody shows up, wearing their best hoods.
wearing a jacket with protecting from the elements.
And we could, flash gang signs and stuff like that.
Ooh, did I tell you? And so whenever we're on Tower of Terror, we flash fake gang signs.
Yes.
So Hannah made up a gang called West Side Apples.
Yes, I heard all about it.
So W for West Side, A for A, like sign language, A for apples.
Well, actually, I think one of your bloggers, Len, has you beat. JL Knopp, she can actually do a gang sign with her fingers that spells out JL with her fingers. So that's pretty cool.
Really?
Yeah, basically you take your thumb and your and your pointer finger, point them out, bring your other fingers in, and then just cross your arms. JL.
Yeah, you realize that, from someone that grew up in the actual hood, that I laugh at all of you.
Why?
Because you're all silly.
Tom from Tom and Emily from Baby Cakes?
Yes.
Tom taught Hannah over New Year's how to do the blood gang sign.
He's from upstate New York.
I know, but,
he thinks he's
it's not
from,
about where you're from, Mike. It's what's inside that counts.
Really?
Inside, he's gangsta. That's all there is.
He's not
totally
gangsta.
Tom.
Yeah, so.
I like Tom. He's not gangsta.
Anyway, it's Wednesday.
So read on PBS, by the way, that Tupac is still alive. I'm waiting for her.
I heard. PBS is, first up with the news. Let me tell
Exactly.
you.
It's Wednesday. We're answering your Disney World listener questions, and we'll start out with an email from Billy Hirsch from Sunrise, Florida, who's a monorail medic on Twitter.
Hey.
Big fan of the Unofficial Guide, touring plans, WW Today, your handsome smile, quick wit, etc. I was just reading some hotel ratings in the Unofficial Guide, way easier to search through now that the Kindle edition is out, woohoo.
Yeah.
And noticed that the room rating for Baymont Inn and Suite Celebration was only 51. I've started frequenting this hotel quite a bit, and I'm pretty confident, based on other ratings that you've given other establishments that I've visited, that its refurbishment was done after your rating. The outside does leave something to be desired. Okay, it's downright run down. And I can imagine the rooms used to follow suit, but the lobby is lovely, and the clean rooms all now have granite countertops, new darkwood furniture, and 40-something inch TVs. For around $50 with continental breakfast, it can be a fantastic deal. Just wanted to give a heads up and thank you to everyone else at Touring Plans, WW Today, and the Van Halen Fan Club for everything you did.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Thanks very much for the tip. I'll definitely stay there the next time I'm in Florida. It's a shame I would have done this last weekend, 2 weekends ago. Matt, we just did the show on Monday about offset hotels.
Next email is from Jameson Durrell. In episode 856, Matt was talking about the key to the world and how when you hit the $500 cap, they will charge your card automatically. This is what I also expected on my last trip, but that's wasn't what happened for me. I was at the register in the Magic Kingdom shop and said my card was denied. I knew I had plenty of room on my credit card that was attached to the account, so I called my hotel. They told me I had hit my cap and that if I wanted to continue, they would run the initial $500 in charges and allow me to continue charging. So everyone should be aware that you have to be ready to make the call to the hotel once you've reached the cap.
Huh.
That's interesting. I wasn't... interesting. Thank you, Jameson. Obviously, what I had said before was what I thought was happening, but that's weird that they would cut you off like that.
Wouldn't it be easier just to use the credit card, the physical credit card again, instead of making a call? And
I've had that happen a couple of times at Disney, but yeah, I just switch over to the regular credit card and it works exactly the same. Yeah.
Exactly.
Our next email is from Sam Walker. It's Sam from the Outer Banks, ECR News on Twitter, Linger Longer.
Hey!
Longtime buyer of the Unofficial Guide, devoted follower of all things touringplans.com, and happy customer of Ted Scheckler Spectre Magic Light Bulb Emporium.
Wow.
That's
right. In relation to my question on the live show in April, we will be at the Magic Kingdom. We will have been at the Magic Kingdom. We're hoping to get selected to be Family of the Day. If we are selected for Family of the Day at the Magic Kingdom, how should we adjust the one-day tweens touring plan, since we will hopefully be sort of occupied during rope drop under the train station? And what I really like about WWD Podcast is click.
Got its back.
Nice. So they're trying to be the Family of the Day.
Assuming they get to be Family of the Day, how does that work into the touring plan?
So the touring
plan for the one-day tweens touring plan.
The one-day touring plan for tweens starts off with obviously the Magic Kingdom entrance, but then it goes to Space Mountain to ride, and then to Buzz Lightyear. So I'm thinking if you're the family, you can get fast passes for Space Mountain because we don't think you're going to need fast pass for anything else until maybe you get to Step 8, which is Splash Mountain. So let's assume everything goes well. Instead of riding Space Mountain, get fast passes for Space Mountain. My guess is that if you're there at like 10 after 9, the fast passes will be good for 10 o'clock. So between then and the next time that you can get a fast pass, you'll be riding Buzz Lightyear, Winnie the Pooh, Mad Tea Party, Peter Pan's Flight, and the Haunted Mansion. So by the time you get to Splash, you should be able to get another fast pass anyway. That's what I would do.
Wonka wonka.
Next email is from Doris from Morganville, New Jersey. We've been to Disney World several times. I've never tried the various mini golf courses. We're interested in Winter Summerland and are curious what you all think is the best time of the day to play. Will the crowds be lesser in the evening since Blizzard Beach is closed, or during the day since many people will be at the parks or water parks? We're going in September. Thanks for your input.
I find that the greens are a little slower in the morning because of the dew on the ground. So if you're worried about kids playing in the morning, you tend to shoot lower scores.
Oh, that's just silly.
No, it's actually more fun at night. But it's probably gonna be more crowded too as it cools off.
Right.
My guess is the middle part of the day in July, no one will be there. But the Winter Summerland courses are both a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, they're going in September, but I don't think it really matters to the time of year. Definitely during the daytime, it's going to be the least busy. Obviously, when it first opens, it's going to be I'd imagine there'd be no one there. Yeah, and then as you progress through the evenings, yeah.
So the early morning is actually the best time.
Yeah, I think so.
Next email is from Shannon and Rick from Boalsburg, Pennsylvania. So my wife and I were sitting on our couch on July 11th, day after my birthday, mark your calendars, listening to Mouse World Radio, and Horizons music had just played, and a Living Seas loop was on, and I said, quote, "Oh, Newell, must be going through around Epcot this morning with the music." Shannon said, "This is live, right?" I said, "Yeah, it's Live 365 radio." She started laughing and said, "Oh, when the ad said it was Live 365, all I could picture was Newell walking around Epcot with his little recording device broadcasting live over the internet."
That's what I do.
Now that I typed that, it doesn't seem as funny, but it was pretty hilarious when it happened. Thanks for the great show.
Oh, what a job
Mike,
that would be, huh?
Do you walk around Epcot every day?
I do. Every single day with my recorder.
Every single day. You should tune in to hear it, right?
In fact, at 2 a.m, I'm still there.
Wow.
That's all you do.
Over and over.
What I do for my listeners, that's how dedicated I am.
Yeah, and somehow you still manage to get the attractions that aren't even there. That's how good your live coverage is.
There's a secret door that if you go in that door, all the old extinct attractions are in there, so you could still ride them. It's kind of cool.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I'll have to show you something.
Don't tell anyone.
I was saying, I had a dream the other night that they rebuilt Horizons. It was really weird.
Oh.
Matt, your dream is my sometimes reality.
I think this is why I can't play the lottery, because I just spend the money on that.
Okay, Len would have a backyard Horizons.
What's the problem with that? I have the room.
I'd move in next door. What are you kidding?
There you go.
Next email is from Angela from Sacramento, California.
Hey, Angela.
Sacktown,
This question
as we call it in the gang.
This question is for Len. Len, my husband and I are going to the world for the first time, December 11th through the 17th. I want to download our touring plans for our trip, but I'm not sure if I should download the holiday touring plan or something else. Can you please help me and let me know which plans would be best for us? We are not traveling with children or anyone else. It will just be the two of us, and we're in our early 30s if that helps.
For every park except Epcot, just download the regular plans. The crowd levels are pretty low there. I mean, looking at a low of around 1 or 2 to maybe a high of 6. So, average to below average most of the time. The reason why I say download the holiday touring plan for Epcot is that it has call-outs for all of the different Christmas stuff that goes on. So, like the special Christmas characters in World Showcase and things like that are present in those touring plans. So go ahead and use that one for Epcot.
Cool. Next email is from Danielle from Durham, England, United Kingdom. Hi guys, love the show. My partner and I are from England and planning on visiting Orlando for our second time on November 24th, 2011 for 21 nights on a twin center deal.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a lot of time. First
Nice.
10 nights staying at International Palms on International Drive and 11 nights staying at Disney's All-Star Music. As we've never stayed for this amount of time in Orlando, never done a twin center or stayed in Disney. What does twin center mean?
Twin Center.
And it's spelled CENTRE because, they're Brits.
Oh,
Century.
those English.
Century.
Is that
Century.
like, is that like a twin century? Is that like a fortnight but 3 weeks?
A center.
Or twins? I don't know what
Is it a
anyway.
place?
I know. We need Andy to intervene over here and tell us what the heck it is. Anyway, do you guys have any good tips for us? As Thanksgiving is the day we plan to fly out, do you think this is a good idea?
Ooh. Well, they don't celebrate Thanksgiving, right?
Right. I mean, in terms of Thanksgiving's a little different. 'Cause Christmas is like a dead time to fly because nobody flies on Christmas. But Thanksgiving, there's a lot of people flying because people are going here and there to go see family.
The only problem they'll have is flying into Orlando because that's going to be busy. But getting from England's not going to be busy.
Right. Yeah, you're right about that. Len, if someone's going for 21 nights, what would be your advice to them?
21 nights.
Take me.
Yeah, really. Wow. I would say pick a nice hotel because you're going to be there a lot. Where are they staying?
This hotel on iDrive and All-Star Music.
Wow, 21
International
days.
Palms, I think. Palms International. I deleted the email
Oh,
already. But.
okay. Okay. So 21 days, and I did 2 weeks in a value in January, and by the end I was ready to leave.
I got it. It's the International Palms on iDrive.
Oh, okay. So that's not a bad hotel. It's bigger than the All-Star resorts too. I think you'll be fine there. The good thing about 21 days is you'll be able to go to a park for a day or two, and then just take a day off to relax completely. You'll get in the sort of the rhythm of being on the road, right? So usually it takes me 4 or 5 days just to relax when I'm traveling, and so that'll be great. 21 days is fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start doing
I
that.
think just take advantage of the all the stuff that's outside the parks, especially if you want to do tours, that's great too. But go to take each resort and look at do some research online, find what the activities are that they have. Their resorts really differ from resort to resort, but the deluxe resorts especially have a lot to do each one. Be it tours, be it activities. Some are free, some cost money. But if you're gonna be here for 21 nights, you might as well take advantage of it. Try stuff like Hoop-de-Doo. Really try to. You've got the time, so you may as well take advantage of it and see everything you can do. Yeehaw Bob, all the stuff we talk about on the podcast here and there. It's a great opportunity for you to check it out.
And they're going to be there for reunion, I think. If they're getting in Thanksgiving.
They got there on Thanksgiving. It wasn't clear if they
even-
got there on Thanksgiving or they leave on Thanksgiving.
But even so, if they're there for 3 weeks, reunion's smack in the middle of that.
No, I'm saying if they. Oh no, you're right, Mike. They arrive on November 24th. So yeah,
Right,
come for reunion, Danielle.
Yeah. And apparently Twin Center is some sort of English term where if you stay a couple nights in one city and then move to another couple nights in another city, It's like multi-stays and like a few nights in Miami, a few nights in Orlando, and etc. Those crazy Brits.
Crazy limeys. Next email is from KCP. Yes, exactly. Speak English. Casey Peer of Dry Ridge, Kentucky. My husband and I are going to the world in December by ourselves, meaning without our kids. We've been a few times, but never without our children. What are things we missed out on in the past because we've had them along and we can't accomplish on this adult-only trip?
Sleeping late. Meals at nice restaurants. Yeah, Bob. Bars. Going on the same ride as many times as you personally want.
Yeah.
And avoiding rides you definitely have no desire to go on.
Mad Tea Party. Yeah. Off-site. Going to the movies instead of a theme park.
Oh, that's a great the new movie thing at Downtown Disney.
Yeah, that's fun.
AMC.
Yeah,
they have the dinner movie thing now.
Yeah, the dine-in theater over there.
Yeah, that'd be something cool to try.
Yeah, I think it's
I
good.
agree. It's a great idea. Next email is from Robin Clement of Pleasant Hill, Iowa. My husband Joel and I really enjoy your show, and they even have been a great opportunity to meet you at a reunion last year and met up for lunch with Matt at Star Wars Weekends. Thanks for keeping us enveloped in all things Disney between our trips. So we're traveling over Thanksgiving for 10 days with our kids, 3 and 13, and our brother and parents, total of 8 in our party. We have dining reservations on November 27th at 6:15 for Chef Mickey's. We will be in the Magic Kingdom before our dining reservation and would really like to see the lights turned on at Cinderella Castle at 5:45. Can we see this and still be at the Contemporary before they give our table away? We'll
What
be
time?
at Mickey's very let's see, 6:15 is their ADR and the lights come on at 5:45, they say.
Oh, yeah, no problem at all. Yeah, no problem at all. I mean, if you're on Main Street when you watch it, it's a 10-minute
no
walk
problem
from
at
the
all.
Magic. Yeah, no problem. It's a 15, 20 minutes tops.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing is, I mean, if you're within, what would you say, Len? How long before they would really? I mean, I would venture to say,
Yeah.
not that I would put money on it, that you could
10
have
minutes,
a reservation
absolutely no
show up
problem.
3 hours later and still get your table.
I've shown up 2 hours late on New Year's Eve and still got a table.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it really takes a lot. You'd have to like miss your breakfast ADR and show up for dinner and be like, I'm here, and I didn't do anything wrong with that kind of attitude. Maybe they'll get. They're very accommodating. In other words, so if you have an ADR and you're, I mean, less than an hour late, really, I think they come to expect that almost from a lot of guests. Next email is from Jeff Arsenalot of Coventry, Rhode Island. I heard the question about how fast you talk, Matt. As a New Englander, I have a constant professional challenge to slow down my speech during presentations. Therefore, the rate at which you use speech sounds perfect to me. About a month ago, I got behind on my podcast and discovered the 2x speed feature on my iPhone while listening to Lou's marathon shows.
That's awesome.
It worked well and was intelligible.
Really?
I thought I would try it on your show, and damn, you speak so fast. I've been meaning to record a quick clip and share. In all seriousness, keep up the great work. We've been listening since episode 60.
Wow.
That's
Awesome.
great,
Jeff.
Thank you.
Next email is from Michaela from Sagamore Hills, Ohio. I have 2 questions for you guys. Question number 1. Back in the Odyssey's heyday, what was it like? How was the food? What was the character shows like?
I don't remember the food as being memorable. I actually ate there. I never saw a character meal there, though. Did you guys?
No.
No, that was before my time.
It was the big advantage was it was a lot like the old Sunshine Seasons. Does that make sense?
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. So the food wasn't great, but the same sort of idea was there. So it was counter service, right? Pretty sure it
I
was.
couldn't tell you, yeah.
Pretty sure it was counter. I recall it was counter service. I think I had a burger, which isn't really surprising considering all of Walt Disney World.
Question number 2. Do the Disney resorts still have stationery? I remember going in like 2003 or 2005 and getting a couple sheets in the room.
Oh yeah,
Well, it depends on.
Well,
I don't know.
for the deluxe resorts, yeah.
Yeah.
Do they really have like full-size sheets of paper?
Oh, they're not full size, but they're from letter writing.
Oh, because I know that there's, by like the phone usually, there's that little pad of paper that's like the size
pad,
of like,
yeah.
a little bigger
there's
than a
that.
Post-it note.
We just did it at the Animal
right.
Kingdom, man. I didn't see any stationery in the
In
Animal
the
Kingdom
drawer?
ones.
Did you open the drawer?
No. I just
didn't look
remember
like
seeing that pad. That was it.
Yeah, it should be. It should be in the.
Oh, now I'll have to go
I
back.
thought the Beach and Yacht Club have them. I thought.
They might. That sounds vaguely familiar.
Yeah.
I tell you what, Len, why don't you pay for my stay at the Polynesian this weekend? I'll check it out and report back.
Would you? That is so nice of you.
You're
I mean,
so
I would
kind.
volunteer. I would volunteer Newell for this. I'd give him the opportunity, but he's busy all day, Len, recording music live from the parks.
Yeah,
right,
I'm in the
really.
parks anyway.
He really doesn't have the time to do it.
No, I can't dedicate any more time to that.
Yeah. Okay.
He's only one man.
All right, I appreciate that. I'll let me see what I can do, and I'll take you up on the offer.
You can't squeeze blood out of a...
Of a turnip. You can't squeeze juice out of a turnip. Oh wait.
Next email is from... Who's the next email from? Oh, it's from Kevin Watkins from Atlanta, Georgia. We're heading down to the world at the end of the month for a vacation that happens to overlap my wife's birthday. I've seen the Disney Bakery featured on some food and travel shows and was thinking to ordering cake to be delivered to one of our dining locations. We'll be dining at Cuisina, Narcoossee's, Le Cellier, The Wave, and Whispering Canyon. Narcoossee's is the big birthday surprise dinner. I bet it is.
Yeah.
But I was thinking of having the cake on one of the other nights. Your advice and comments would be appreciated. I'm trying to find. I want to know that our good friend AJ on the Disney Food Blog posted. I want to say it was like maybe 2 weeks ago at this point, 3 weeks ago, like everything birthday cakes post. Just like everything you ever wanted to ask about birthday cakes and special orders at the parks. And I'm failing at trying to find the thing quickly, but I will bet you a fair sum of money that it's on her website. I do know that you can call ahead. There's a number you can call, and you can order a cake to be delivered. And there's various options from what you get. A little small, like almost a cupcake sized cake to wedding cakes, and they can be delivered. You just have to call them in advance. You can't show up at the restaurant. Excuse yourself for a couple minutes and ask for a huge cake like that.
Yeah.
So I will. I haven't found it yet on the Disney Food Blog, but I'm sure it's on there, and we'll put a link in the show notes to the option when I find it.
Cool.
Well, I think it's time for our last question of the day, and that means I'll give Mr. Newell 3 emails or so. One gets right today to go back to the email queue to be answered later. Are you ready, Mike?
Yes, sir.
It's like the opposite of the turkey that gets picked for Thanksgiving.
That's right. The other 2 are spared, and 1 gets killed.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, whoever I pick.
Your options are...
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
I am Len's love child.
Oh,
Insert
That's like
pity
the
party
third time
for
I've heard that. Just never mind.
Insert pity party for my hubby here.
shitty part.
Back in the day.
You feel like a back in the day, Len?
Sure.
Okay, let's do back in the day.
Last email of the day is from Jeff Millett of Gulf Breeze, Florida. Back in the day when A through E tickets were used, was there an actual gate to the Magic Kingdom, or could anyone just enter the park and walk around soaking up the magic for free?
I'm almost positive there's always been admission.
Well,
Oh,
gate.
the gate. Yeah, the ticket system, right?
Right, because they have to close. I mean, you can't just have it
Yeah, you
open
can't just-
in the middle of the night.
Yeah, it'd be chaos. Cats and dogs living together.
Right.
Great Ghostbusters reference.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, so there was some
it-
sort of gate.
Yeah, like think of it like you go to like your local fair, right? I mean, you still pay to get into the fair, and then you have to pay for ride tickets.
Yeah.
Pay to get in, and then pay to ride the good rides.
Right.
So it sounds right, so it's got to be right. That's what I'm saying.
Sounds good to me.
Very good. Well, that's going to do it for us today. Want to remind all of our listeners, in fact, that that this episode of WDW Today is sponsored by MEI and Mouse Fan Travel. And I mentioned way back and we mentioned actually during the show as well, that reunion is coming up. And, you might be looking at booking your reunion stay. And if you book through MEI and Mouse Fan Travel, you're not only going to get a great rate, of course, but you're also going to get the opportunity to buy into one of the hard ticket events that'll be going on at Reunion. And let me tell you, there's going to be some. And having that advantage is huge because these events usually sell out once we go to the general public within a day or two. So it gives you a head start above everybody else just by booking. So you don't pay anything extra and you get that first shot at it. So why not give it a try? Visit mousefantravel.com today. If you want to find our older episodes, read our show notes, or send us your comments, you can visit us online at wdwtoday.com. For Len Testa, Mike Scopa, Mike Newell, I'm Matt Hotchberg. We'll see you on the next show.
Stupid Judy, stupid energy.
This has been a production of Mouse World Radio.